Oh, it's good to be back in San Diego. How are we all doing tonight, everybody? Yes, I should say and introduce myself to those of you who don't know me. My name is Jordan Parker. It is true. I am a practicing attorney, and 1 year ago, I relocated to Oklahoma to focus on stand-up comedy, and that is not a joke. I have to explain to people that is not a joke, that is not a bit, that is just an accurate description of my terrible life choices. And, you know, coming from California, where they like to the Midwest and the South, you know, a lot of my friends make fun of me for moving to Oklahoma. And I'm like, hey, Oklahoma has a lot of great things going for it. For example, my parents live there and don't charge me rent. Well, I'm a comedian. It's par for the course. But there is one thing. It is starting to change me in ways that I don't necessarily like. For example, I now use y'all unironically. It's come to the point where I'll be typing my phone and I say talk and it says, did you mean y'all? I'm like, no, I did not, hillbilly Siri. And a lot of my friends make fun of me for saying y'all, you say y'all, and I was an English major and a proficient Spanish speaker, and I just gotta say, look, I'm sorry we don't have a less hic ustedes in the English language. Wow, would you be surprised that Spanish grammar jokes work in San Diego and not in Oklahoma City? Yeah, man, Oklahoma is it's a special place. And one of the big issues and questions about Oklahoma for people, well, for anyone who's never been there, this is what Oklahoma is. Take Texas, remove everything fun, and add lots of meth. Oh, and be a little more intolerant, not like that hippie Texas down south, you know. But on the plus side, we have medical, pot, and casinos, so take that, Texas. And one of the questions that I do sincerely have when I moved out there was, is Oklahoma the Midwest or the South? And it's kind of right in the middle, so it's not really clear. But I think I figured out the answer to the question. A couple weeks ago, at 12:30 in the morning on a Friday night, a woman emerges from the gas station wearing a shirt that says, "Real women marry assholes." And I'm like, oh, the South, got it. You're wearing the coveted, Walmart's coveted I ran into the door collection. Domestic violence isn't funny. How dare you? No, it is. That's what we're doing here. I've learned a lot out of Oklahoma, and there's a lot of things I never thought I would see, and there's a good sign that Oklahoma is Oklahoma because I see people with Monster Energy drink tattoos on their legs, arms, and including one dude on his neck and face, where before going to Oklahoma, that number was 0. And I do a lot of travel, and I love funny, weird shirts that say the message that is not supposed to be said. And I was at the Grand Canyon one time, and I saw a dude in overalls wearing a shirt that exactly looks like what a dude in overalls would wear. You all know the whole what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. He was wearing a shirt that said, what happens in the barn stays in the barn. Now, I don't want to read too much into this, but somebody contact Dylan Farrow because I'm pretty sure that dude fucked his horse. Hashtag me too, hashtag nay means nay. Yeah, but you know, there's a lot about Oklahoma that there is to like. There's a lot of similarities. You know, we're all Americans and I try to find ways that we are similar. And one example, for example, in California, we as a people have made a legislative policy choice that the LGBT community is a group that is worthy of love, respect, and protection under the law. And in Oklahoma, we have come to the exact same conclusion about guns. Hell yeah, oh, well, you're gonna hate the next set of jokes. But yeah, and I listen to it, and the way that Californians talk about someone who openly carries a firearm is pretty similar to how Oklahomans talk about gay people, you know, being gay at all in public. They're like, oh, that's disgusting. I can't believe they're just doing that in public. Someone should stop them. Well, you can't. It's protected by the Constitution. All right. Well, I don't have to like it, but I wish they wouldn't shove it down my throat. Look, I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. Just keep it out of my schools and away from my kids. Oh, great. Another fucking parade. We get it. Nothing makes you feel like a man more than holding a slender object exploding in your hands in a way that a woman could never possibly make you feel. I mean, I'm Senator Lindsey Graham, and I'm not gay. I love those, what do you call them? Breasts. Yeah, those are great. I love them. They're like bags of sand. They're wonderful. You guys are fun. We're having a good time. So I heard recently that Prince Harry injured himself making love to his wife Meghan. Yeah, he's been diagnosed with Markle Tunnel syndrome. We're having a good time here. There's one thing about Oklahoma that it has taught me for real. It's I know living here in a kind of liberal bubble, you don't know what the rest of the world looks like sometimes, you know. And when I moved out to Oklahoma, I learned some things. For example, I am now much more tolerant of the retardeds. Shit, I'm sorry. That's not the politically correct nomenclature. They prefer to be called conspiracy theorists. Yeah, I gotta respect and appreciate these guys. You know, somehow they can see the truth in journalism and law and politics and everywhere, and yet they've decided to not pursue any of those fields because, you know, mom might need help in the kitchen. And as a man who lives with his mother, I know about helping mom in the kitchen. And it's not just all fun and games or occasionally somebody citing the President of the United States to shoot up a synagogue. Sometimes it has actual bad consequences. I'm a Jew, so that's self-deprecating. I thought I should make that clear. And in Oklahoma, the first time I learned about them was in 2010, when 70% of the state voted to ban Islamic Sharia law, which any of you who have been to Oklahoma knows that's insane because there's like, what, 6 Muslims in the entire state? Sorry, it's down to 3 since I started this joke. Yeah, they're terrified of Muslims taking over the state. I mean, could you imagine what would happen if Oklahoma government was taken over by a bunch of religious radicals? But don't worry, they have the right religious radicalism, totally different. Yeah, I don't get it, you know? It was so obviously unconstitutional. They struck the law down, and they ended up having to pay $330,000 to the group that sued to strike it down. Like, these people might as well have just done a crowd. They would have saved taxpayer money if they just did a crowdfunding campaign and said, hey, we're scared of Muslims, so let me burn $300,000 in a duffel bag. In fact, that's not a bad solution for how we fund the wall. Just get $20 billion, set it on fire, and it'll be the exact same thing. No. Oh, okay. I can't believe that joke plays in California, this conservative bastion. Nah, but what's the craziest part about all of this is Oklahoma banned Sharia law because they were scared of Muslim terrorism, even though 2 miles from their main comedy club is a memorial to the largest domestic terror attack in American history. And guess what? It was committed by a white dude named Timothy. And here's the crazy stuff, right? You're more likely to be killed. It's like, if you're going to be killed in a terrorist attack, it's not going to be a Muslim. It's going to be an angry right-wing white dude who hasn't got laid ever. I don't get it. I just don't. These people are terrified of ISIS, right? They're terrified of ISIS when really they should be keeping their eyes on Cletus. Well, look, you guys have been a whole lot of fun. I've been away from San Diego for a while, and I don't get to tell a lot of these jokes in Oklahoma because it's very red. You know, I don't get to do my more progressive comedy. You could say I've been suffering from a serious case of blue balls. But I feel a lot better, and I'm sorry for all of you in the front row who took all of that. That was my bad. But you guys have been wonderful. I'll be here for the 9:30 show for anybody who wants to see different jokes. Love you guys. Jordan Parker. See you around.